Hello students, let us learn lesson number 7, Major Dhyan Chand. Saturday, 15 August 1936. It was the day of the hockey finals during the Olympic events held in Berlin, Germany. Germany had defeated several teams to enter the finals against the Indian team. They were the hosts of the Olympics and they were sure of their victory. Perhaps that was the reason why their ruler Hitler had himself come to watch the match. Let us see the hard words. Hosts means who organized the event. Germany hosted the Olympic events in 1936. There was the hockey finals between the Germany and Indian team. Germany was sure of their victory, so their ruler Hitler had come to watch the match. All the day before, it had rained heavily. The entire field had become waterlogged, but 15th August being the last day of the games, it was not possible to postpone the match any further. The Indian team was a little under pressure as they had lost to Germany in the practice match and they were not very comfortable with the wet ground. Indian team was a little under pressure because of the loss in the practice match against Germany and they were not comfortable with wet ground. The ground was waterlogged, means the ground was saturated with water. But it was not possible to postpone. To postpone means to schedule the game later, as it was the last day of the games. About 40,000 people had gathered in the hockey stadium to cheer Germany against India. The Maharaja of Baroda state, the Prince of Bhopal, and a few other Indians had also come to support the Indian team. 40,000 people were present to cheer Germany. The Maharaja of Baroda, the Prince of Bhopal, and a few other Indians presented to support the Indian team. The match started exactly at 11 am. The German team had adopted a novel strategy of using the Indian technique of short distance passes against the Indian team itself. They had resorted to a very aggressive play. The Indian team was offering an equally strong resistance. No team could make a goal during the first half hour. During the 32nd minute, Rup Singh scored the first goal, hitting the ball towards the goalpost from a difficult angle. The match started exactly at 11 am. Germany used Indian technique and which technique of short distance passes against Indian itself, but no team could make a goal during the first half hour. But our Indian player Rup Singh made the first goal. In the second half of the match, the Indian team found a firm footing. The entire team played as one and made three more goals against Germany. The two of them were made by the captain of the Indian team, Dhyan Chand. However, the German players were also trying their level best to win. They too succeeded in making one goal. In the second half, Indian team found a grip. A firm footing means a grip and made three more goals. Two of them were made by the Indian captain Dhyan Chand. German players too succeeded in making one goal. Now only a few last minutes were left. Dhyan Chand had resolved to win the match at any cost without allowing Germany to make any more goals. His spiked shoes were making it difficult for him to run fast on the wet ground. He removed the shoes and the socks and began to run barefoot. Using his amazing skill of dribbling and his near magical game, he began to send one pass after another to the players in the D, that is, in the defenders or opponents' area from where they could make goals. They too did not let the passes go waste. The Indian team scored three more goals. Dhyan Chand could have easily made the goals himself from his own position. But he never played a selfish game. Skillfully, he took the ball away from the German defenders and made it possible for the players in the D to score goals. Dhyanchand did not want Germany to make any goals, so he removed his spiked shoes and socks. He began to run barefoot. Barefoot means wearing nothing on the feet. He used dribbling skill and Indian team scored 3 more goals. Though Dhyanchand had excellent skill of dribbling, he did not play selfish game as he gave chance to another Indian players to make goals. The German strategy has proved fruitless. A defeat stared them in the face. Some of the frustrated German players then resorted to a rough game. The German goalkeeper pounced on Dhyanchand and hurt him. But Dhyanchand was a true soldier. After little first aid, he immediately returned to the field and held the spectators spellbound with his game. At last, he scored the last goal of the match just as the game drew to a close. The Indian team had won third time in a row. It was a hat trick. Indians were the third time winners of the Olympic gold medal. Now the German players resorted to a rough game. Rough game means hard to play, which is not fair game, means they are using a tricks which are not fair. They are cheating. And how? Let us see. As they had a fear of defeat, so the German goalkeeper pounced on Dhyanchand and hurt him. But getting a little first aid, Dhyanchand returned to the field and played very well. He made the last goal of the match. That made us to win. Third time in a row. Indians were the third time winner of the Olympic gold medal. Although Hitler left the stadium before the match was over, he was impressed by Dhyanchand's game. It is said that the German dictator had offered Dhyanchand a higher salary and rank in German army if he agreed to play on behalf of Germany, but Dhyanchand turned down the offer. After the celebrated victory in the Olympics, Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyanchand. Hitler was impressed by Dhyanchand's game, so it is said that he offered him a higher salary and a rank in German army if he plays on behalf of Germany. But Dhyanchand did not accept that offer. He turned down it. Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyanchand. You may be aware that hockey is our national sport. Major Dhyanchand's birthday, August 29, is celebrated as National Sports Day in India. The famous National Stadium in Delhi is named after the great hero Dhyanchand. Who knows, perhaps one of you may carry the legacy of Dhyanchand further and win great glory for our country. Glory means honor. August 29 is celebrated as National Sports Day as it was Major Dhyanchand's birthday. The famous National Stadium in Delhi is named after him. We should also try to carry the legacy of him and bring great glory to our country. The lifeless hockey stick used to come alive in the hands of Dhyanchand. When he dribbled, the ball just would not leave his stick. Some people even stole his sticks and broke them open to see whether they contained a special glue or magnet. Dhyanchand was even made to play with other ordinary sticks, but even then his play was as charismatic as ever. Some people even stole his stick to find any special glue or magnet in it. Dhyanchand was made to play with other sticks too, but even then his play was so charming and so interesting. Charismatic means it inspires and devote in others. As it was nothing about the stick, but it was all about Dhyanchand's skill. Dhyan Chand's real name was Dhyan Singh. He was a soldier in the Indian Army. He could not practice his game during the day because he used to be busy on his duty as a soldier. That is why he used to practice at night in moonlight. It is believed that his coach fondly began to call him Dhyan Chand. Chand means moon. The name stayed with him. Dhyan Chand's real name was Dhyan Singh, but his coach fondly means with affection started to call him so. Why? Because he used to practice at the night in moonlight. Because he was a soldier in the Indian Army and because of his duty he could not practice during the day. Let us see the exercise. Question first. Guess the meaning of the following words. Here are some words and you should write its meaning. Question 2. Name the following. It is very easy. Question 3. It's an activity. There are some games and you should get more information about these games. Question 4. Find at least 5 other verbs from the passage. You should write and you should find the words. Which are those words? Actually, those are the verbs. You should find the verbs and copy it. Question 5. Use the following phrases in your own sentence. And these are the answers. In this way, we have finished our lesson. Listen this explanation again and try to write the answers without looking in the textbook. Thank you.